So, it was announced today that at the next Crown Jewel event that the WWE holds in Saudi Arabia, the main event is going to be Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns as Logan Paul challenges for the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. Now, I can collectively see the heads of all the internet fans exploding via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I've already been seeing the meltdowns all over the place. Now, before we go and lose our heads over this, let's kind of think about it rationally here for a few moments. Logan Paul, whether we like it or not, as pro wrestling fans, Logan Paul is a very marketable name. He's somebody who is huge in the social media world. Of course, he was huge on YouTube. He's huge on Instagram. He's got his own podcast. I don't know. I don't really understand the whole YouTube celebrity fandom. I don't get it. I don't know if I even know of any young people that have ever watched anything from Logan Paul or Jake Paul. But these Paul brothers, they've kind of come out of nowhere, and they've got a lot of popularity. They've got a lot of hype around them. They're very, very rich dudes. And let's just be honest. Logan Paul looked great at WrestleMania. He looked great. He looked very good against The Miz. He looked very athletic. He looked like a pro wrestler. He looks like he's in peak physical condition. He's athletic. He looked better than a lot of guys that actually do this full time. Let's just be honest here. Now, does he look world championship quality? No. And does anybody out there really believe that they're going to take the title off of Roman Reigns and put it on Logan Paul? I mean, let's be real here, guys. That's not going to happen. Logan Paul is not going to be the WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. But Logan Paul has a valued name as a celebrity, and it's going to bring a lot of eyes to the product. It's not too long ago, a couple years back, Logan Paul fought a boxing match against Floyd Mayweather. It was an exhibition bout, so it was kind of one of those let's just go out and put on a performance type deals. It wasn't like a real sporting competition per se. But, it got millions of buys because Floyd Mayweather is a huge, huge star, and people pay money for him. And Logan Paul is a big star, and the attractiveness of the freak show event brought a lot of eyes on the product and made a lot of money. So I noticed here that they're kind of doing the boxing type press conference face off, and I don't know if people realize this or not, but it's rules of most athletic commissions that when there's a face off between two fighters, whether it's in boxing or mixed martial arts, the fight promoter has to stand in between them, and that's like a legal requirement for a lot of state athletic commissions. I know it's a requirement for like Las Vegas and California, Nevada, California, most of the big ones, that the fight promoter legally has to be the one to step in between the two, because it's like if you're going to put these two guys up here and they get into it, the only person that's going to get hurt here is you. You're responsible for this, so you're responsible for making sure these two guys stay separate. Now, it was a nice little extra touch to have Triple H be the promoter, the fight promoter that stood in between Roman Reigns and Logan Paul. I almost called him Jake Paul. Jake Paul's got his hands full right now because Jake Paul is going to box the greatest striker in the history of mixed martial arts, who also happens to be 50 years old, Anderson Silva. So I don't know how that's going to go. I would like to think Anderson Silva is going to maul him, but I don't know. I mean, he is 50 years old or damn near close to it, so I don't know at this point. But getting back to Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, I thought that was a nice little touch to have Triple H kind of be the guy to stand in between the two, kind of like a real fight promoter does. So that was kind of cool. Logan Paul's stick. I mean, he's good on the mic just because he was the host of a damn YouTube show, so he knows how to talk. It wasn't bad. It was interesting. I love the fact that the bloodline, including Sami Zayn, was standing behind Roman Reigns to kind of continue that little angle. Um, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Reigns is going to win. He's going to go over. I'm sure Logan Paul is going to get the last laugh in the sense of that Reigns is going to win the match, but then Logan Paul is going to get attacked by the rest of the bloodline, and then somebody, Ricochet. We saw him come out on SmackDown because he's kind of feuding with Sami Zayn. There's going to be some baby faces come out to save Logan Paul, and that's what I think is going to happen. I don't expect it to be a great match. I think it'll be okay. I think every Roman Reigns match is good, but very few of them are ever great. And Logan Paul's only had one match, and it was good. It wasn't great. I mean, look, these guys they're not putting this on to put on a great match. They're putting this on to be a spectacle. And especially with it being in Saudi Arabia, it's kind of funny because if you think about it, the Saudi Arabian shows are kind of non-canonical in a way, in the sense of that they're kind of throwaway shows. Like they're big super shows. They look amazing. They've got this great production value. I mean, honestly, the Saudi Arabia shows look better than some WrestleManias. Like the production value is through the roof. The arena looks gorgeous. The city looks gorgeous. It looks really good. But it's kind of non-canonical in the sense of that it doesn't really have any long-term effects on the storylines. The one notable exception being Goldberg taking the title from Bray Wyatt, which was a horrific mistake. But yeah, otherwise, nothing big usually happens on the Saudi Arabia shows. It's just kind of like a glorified house show with a WrestleMania budget and presentation. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I don't expect, obviously, like I just said, I don't expect a title change. But Logan Paul looked good in that match with The Miz. I mean, he did a hell of a frog splash. He looked better than Dominic Mysterio doing it, to be quite frank. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give some quick thoughts on Roman Reigns versus Jake. Again, I call him Jake Paul. I'm used to watching Jake Paul because Jake is like the actual boxer. Logan has boxed like twice and he lost both times. But Jake Paul is like the guy who's the actual boxer. He knocked out Tyron Woodley, former UFC champion. Prior to that, he beat Tyron Woodley in a unanimous decision. And of course, he knocked out Ben Askren, who has no boxing skill at all. But I keep getting the two mixed up. But Logan is the one. Logan's kind of the more palatable of the two, in my opinion. Because Jake's kind of an asshole. I mean, some of the stuff he says I like. Some of the stuff he does is just, come on, he's cringy. I mean, he wants to fight Conor McGregor. My God, dude, Conor's going to kill you. If you fight Conor McGregor, he's going to take your fucking head off. But, whatever. But yeah, again, Logan Paul, not Jake Paul, Logan Paul is going to face Roman Reigns. I think it was going to be November 5th at Crown Jewel. They call every Saudi Arabia event Crown Jewel. I don't know if the Saudi royal family picked that name, handpicked it, and they're kind of stuck with it at this point or what. I don't know. But anyways, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. I almost called him Jake again. Like, what the hell? They're interchangeable. I mean, come on. But let me know what you think. All right. Bye-bye.